Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This video is about some of the narcissist's biggest fears to explain more about what is behind their behaviour. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about the narcissist personality disorder to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with in your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you overcome narcissistic abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. So just what do narcissistic people fear? As we are all human, so we can all have our fears, including those with the disorder as well as those without the disorder. A narcissist can be afraid of a few things. The narcissist personality disorder is on a spectrum, and they are individuals, so it varies from each one what their fears are and how severe their fears might be. Narcissists will project their fears onto those around them. They'll project them mostly onto their primary partner or their children, and often after any form of relationship with one, you can end up fearing these things. There is a big difference. Often a narcissist has gone into the fight survival mode and seeks to destroy people, blaming all others for everything that's wrong within the narcissist's life and everything that the narcissist does wrong within their life. In contrast, most people who have been around a narcissist go into the freeze or fawn survival mode as they're wanting to help others yet save themselves from harm. A narcissist's anger and rage are often driven by fear of being exposed, fear of people finding out who they are as a person, when they feel threatened in some way. Your anger and rage is often due to a narcissist provoking you, exploiting you, hurting you, putting you down, manipulating your emotions so that you're living in a state of hypervigilance around them, making it easier for the narcissist to gain an emotional reaction from you. So a few fears of a narcissist. Number one, when they get laughed at. Most people can be not overly keen when they're getting laughed at, as it depends on the context that laughter is made in. A narcissist cannot stand it when people make fun of them, when people laugh at them, as a narcissist will take this as criticism. They believe they're better than others. They might themselves laugh at somebody tripping over, as they have a lack of empathy to care. They enjoy the discomfort that others feel, as they view people as objects to serve them. A narcissist will laugh at somebody who falls over. However, you will not be allowed to laugh at a narcissist if they fall over. Some people can find it funny when people trip up. Sometimes it's that shock that makes people laugh. However, when they themselves trip up, they would usually also laugh at themselves. A narcissist cannot handle others laughing at them, as they believe they are special. They believe they are perfect. They believe they are above all others. They hate criticism. And with their double standards, they will happily criticize you. They will happily laugh at you. They will happily put you down. They will make you doubt yourself and your abilities. Yet even if you try to give them constructive criticism, or they just perceived something you said or did as criticism, they cannot stand it. Most people don't like being criticised, where people not on the disorder might look internally, question themselves, or learn to recognise how it says more about the other person putting them down than it ever says about them. And yes, it can hurt when people put you down. A narcissist will see it as the other person has attacked them. The other person must be punished. This can cause that push-pull within the relationship. It can get people to question if they are the narcissist. And if you don't have at least 5 of the 9 criteria, then You're most likely not. Also, negativity breeds negativity. We can pick up toxic traits of toxic people to try to protect ourselves against them, often then isolating ourselves from genuine people. A narcissist often has a fear of abandonment and rejection. A narcissist often fears abandonment, and this fear is why, if they haven't got somebody lined up as a replacement for you, they will threaten you, they will manipulate you, they will fly into rages or re-idolize you if you question the relationship. They will love bomb you as they can think you're rejecting the narcissist's false self that they spent so much time creating and putting together to sell you an illusion of who they are. The false self cannot survive on its own, and it's actually dependent on using other people. A narcissist will fight to not be alone, as they can't stand to be around their emptiness. They will try to destroy others just to feel better within themselves. A narcissist can be alone if they're getting attention from somebody. If they're losing supply of attention, this is when they fear that rejection, when they're not getting the attention from those around them. Insecurities can cause most people to fear abandonment or fear being alone. Self-doubt and lack of confidence can also make people fear being alone, fear abandonment, fear rejection. Where people not on the disorder might hold on to someone who is bad for them for fear of loneliness. A narcissist holds on so they can be the one to reject and abandon the other person. A narcissist will hold on just long enough until they can discard at the worst possible moment and move straight on with somebody new, often bragging about it and making sure the ex finds out about it to hurt the ex as much as they possibly can. Narcissists can be extremely sensitive, but that sensitivity is only for themselves, to feel and see about themselves. They are not empathetic, they are not sensitive, understanding to other people's needs or feelings, only their own. A narcissist will project that fear of abandonment onto you so that you work harder to please them. They fear being ignored. A narcissist requires excessive attention. They cannot stand being ignored. This is why they usually have a backup supply of people around. This is why they go through many manipulation methods to gain that attention back. If they cannot get positive admiration, they will chip away at your emotions to get a negative reaction, or a negative reaction that they can blame you for causing all your problems that they are causing you. When a narcissist needs attention, they will have backup people around so they can get that supply from others, often while trying to destroy the people that aren't giving them attention, because the narcissist feels like they've been disrespected by the other person ignoring them. They would rather be hated than ignored. With a narcissist, it's a case of you are damned if you do and damned if you don't. That catch-22, due to their self-entitlement as do as I say and not as I do. They will happily fall silent on you and ignore you and punish you. However, you are not allowed to do that to them. When most healthy people don't want to be ignored or don't want to ignore others, why going no contact can leave people feeling no end of emotions such as guilt. As we want to be liked, we want to be able to communicate and compromise with others, want to end any conflict, end any pain. Whereas a narcissist often lacks in object consistency. So they perceive someone has criticised them, and it can be criticism in any way. They will not care for that person. They will go for the silent treatment as they feel entitled and superior, as they require attention from others. If someone falls silent and ignores the narcissist, this angers a narcissist deeply, and they will deploy many manipulation tactics to get that attention back. They will often up their games to get that negative attention. being wrong. No one throws a bigger tantrum than a narcissist being shown facts and evidence of something they definitely did do. A narcissist believes that they are above all others and that they are right. If they are wrong, they will rewrite history within their own minds to escape accountability, blame shift any responsibility, as they perceive themselves to be perfect. Nothing is ever their fault. It's always someone else's fault. They will lie after lie to protect their lies, which they often slowly believe as their truths. They are grandiose. They believe they are better than others. They believe they don't make mistakes. Any mistakes they've made is down to somebody else causing them to make that mistake. Being exposed. We are all imperfectly perfect. We all make mistakes. We all make errors in judgment. We learn. We grow. We all have flaws. It makes us who we are. No baby just talks perfectly from day one. And even when we do learn to speak, we all communicate differently. We all understand things differently. We all hear things differently. We all have our own perceptions on things. We are all individuals. Most people encourage and support each other, try to understand another, try to communicate a misunderstanding. However, a narcissist is committed to making you misunderstand them and then blaming you for misunderstanding them when usually you understood them perfectly well. They just gaslighted and twisted reality on you. A narcissist will find all your strengths, all your insecurities, all your weaknesses, all the things you care about the most, and they will use each and every one of these against you to make themselves feel better. They need to be seen as perfect to others, and the easiest way they can do this is by making you feel imperfect by them. One of the ways they do this is by instilling so much fear and self-doubt in those around them, smearing the names of those ones close to them, so they can be the hero who tried to save the day and the victim who needs support. They will never be wrong and they will never be the villain. And we can all do things, so we can often then end up finding that we fear exposure around a narcissist due to the narcissist knowing most things about us, if not everything about us, and then saying, how would you feel if so-and-so found out about this? Being disrespected. Most people don't like being disrespected, yet with a narcissist, they take it to a whole new level. You don't even have to disrespect them for them to take it personally, for them to take it as criticism. All you need is a difference of opinion and they can fly off the handle as they believe they are better than you. They are in charge and no one should think differently to them. More often than not, when a narcissist disrespects you, you're the one left thinking, is it me? Is it them? Did I take that personally? And that is all encouraged when the narcissist plants those seeds of self-doubt with you're overreacting, you're overthinking, it wasn't that bad, I didn't mean it like that, you misunderstood me. When a narcissist will disrespect you and then confuse you. Growing old and death. People can fear growing old, people can fear death for many reasons. A somatic narcissist usually fears the loss of youth the most. They fear death as it's a complete loss of the narcissist's self. Most of these fears boil down to their false self and their deep fear of exposure. They use gaslighting, manipulation, lies and violence. They do not want to be held responsible for their own behaviour. They want someone else to face the consequences of their actions for them. They love to project their own imperfections over to others. A narcissist will make it so you live in a world of smoke and mirrors. You live in a world of insecurity and instability and fear. You no longer know what is real and what is not real. Being around a narcissistic person and their gaslighting can cause cognitive dissonance within your mind, as the realities, the beliefs are no longer matching up. They led you to believe that they were someone they are not, yet they gaslight you into believing you haven't seen what you've seen, leaving you feeling like you're the one that's going crazy. stepping away from a narcissist games and going no contact, learning to no longer play, learning what they are, what they do, and see that they enjoy provoking reactions from you. Lower your expectations of their ability to understand you, their ability to empathise with you, yet keep your standards high of behaviour you will and will not accept from others. Everything has an opposite: happy, sad, up, down, left, right, good, bad. It's okay to see the good in everybody. It's also okay to see the bad in people. Don't overlook the bad in those who repeatedly let you down, hurt you, blame you, discredit you, disrespect you, discredit your feelings, keep showing you that you don't matter to them. Instead, focus on who you are, who you want to be. You're allowed emotions. You're permitted good moments. You're allowed bad moments. You're allowed to process each and every one. You're allowed to be you. Look at what you do want from life and then take action to achieve it for you. I shall add in the video description why people stay in narcissistic relationships and the playlist that goes into more detail on the narcissist fears and how they project these onto you. If you are looking for further understanding and help overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have an online guide available, and the teachable link will be in the description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link will also be in the description. Please add into the comments any thoughts you have on this video. Go out there, create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.